The intensive animal production industry requires animals to grow fast with a minimum amount of feed. Therefore, dietary energy needs to be increased, which is usually done by a high inclusion rate of fat. However, this energy is only available when fat is properly emulsified. This can be a real challenge in young animals, as they do not produce sufficient amounts of biophospholipids for an efficient fat emulsification and absorption. This is important since feed nutrients only have value if they are absorbed. Adding LeciMax Dry offers the solution for this problem. LeciMax Dry is based on lysolecithin. Lysolecithins are formed by hydrolysis of a lecithin by the action of the enzyme phospholipase A2. The fatty acid at the C2 position of the glycerol molecule is enzymatically removed, and a lysolecithin is formed. Due to the removal of the hydrophobic fatty acid, a lysolecithin is more hydrophilic than a native lecithin. Due to this characteristic, lysolecithins induce an oil and water emulsion, which is required in the gastrointestinal tract of the animal. How does it work? In the first stage of fat digestion, fat is emulsified by the action of biophospholipids. As fat is insoluble in water, fat droplets will accumulate into bigger fat globules in the aqueous environment of the gastrointestinal tract. To avoid this, fat emulsification by biophospholipids is required. When there is not enough biophospholipids produced, fat cannot be properly emulsified. Adding LeciMax Dry to the diet will promote proper fat emulsification. This is explained by the most important characteristic of lysolecithins, namely the promotion of an oil and water emulsion. As the contact surface of the fat globules is increased by reducing their size, more fat is exposed to enzymatic hydrolysis by lipase. The fat molecule, a triglyceride, is broken down by the action of lipase into two free fatty acids and one SN2 monoglyceride. This is the second stage of fat digestion. After hydrolysis, mixed micelles of fatty acids, SN2 monoglycerides, and biophospholipids are formed. Lysolecithins promote the formation of small and highly hydrophilic mixed micelles, improving nutrient transport through the unstirred water layer surrounding the intestinal villi. In addition, LeciMax Dry contains relative high amounts of lysophosphatidylcholine and lysophosphatidylethanolamine. These specific lysolecithins interfere with the phospholipid bilayer of the cell membranes of the epithelium cells, increasing their fluidity and permeability and thus facilitating nutrient absorption. Adding LeciMax Dry results in improved fat digestion and nutrient absorption. As a result, we see increased growth rate of the animal with an improved feed conversion ratio. Moreover, it is possible to replace part of the fat content with LeciMax Dry, which lowers feeding costs.